everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Carlotta and this is my channel, Franken Beans Books, where I talk about books. And you know what? Basically anything that I want, mainly books, but you know, might throw something else at you every once in a while. Anyway, today I am going to unbox my August book of the month. And book of the month is a subscription box where every month you get a choice of 4 or 5 different books to choose from for $15, and then you can add on books for $10. So what I did this month was choose obviously my one book, and then I chose 2 additional books. One for a very specific reason that I was already gonna pick up at some point anyway, and another, well, you'll see. So to begin, we will open it on up and start with the August book of the month that I chose, and that was Atomic Love by Jenny Fields. Now, the August picks, I was debating between this one and I think it was the horror thriller, which was called Night Swim, I believe. I chose Atomic Love because, one, I love historical fiction, and I believe this is set in the Cold War, which isn't a time period I think is talked about a lot. I know a lot of historical fiction is set in World War II, just because that is probably one of the most well-known historical times of our generation, at least one of the most interesting, I would debate. So this one is set in the Cold War. I don't know too much about it except the fact that it is a romance. It is called Atomic Love. It says, love, desire, betrayal, her choice could save a nation. Dun dun dun. Will we find out? Oh, it's set in Chicago. I live in Chicago. What a turn of events. I didn't know that. But yeah, so I literally don't know much. I'm very excited though, because like I said, historical fiction. Now I know it's Chicago. 2 checks for me. So that's the one I picked up. And we will move on to the next book. So this book I picked up because Noelle, Elias, and Joel started a new book club called the Late Night, what is it called? The Late Night Book Club, yeah. And they are going to start essentially in September. And September's book of the month choice was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Now, this book has been everywhere on Instagram, YouTube. I've seen it on Book Talk. I hadn't picked it up yet. I was planning on reading it. It was in my virtual TBR. I have it set to listen to the audiobook on Libby, but when I found out they were doing the book club for it and this was their choice, I was like, I might as well pick it up. I've heard amazing things about it. So many people have recommended it to me that I was like, for $10 for a hardcover book, you can't really go wrong. Now, what I believe this book is about, so this is by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who also wrote, I have it right here, Daisy Jones and the Sixth. I have yet to read that one too. Don't come at me. Anyway, like I said, I think this is about a journalist who is chosen by Evelyn Hugo to write sort of a story on her, and the journalist is a little confused on why she was chosen, but she's gonna write about Evelyn Hugo and her scandalous and old glamorous lifestyle. I honestly don't know too much about it. I don't know really anything, to be honest, but I'm going to read it because it's their book of the month for the late night book club. And I'm really excited that they started that. I love Noelle. I just am really excited. So this is the second book I picked up from Book of the Month. And now the last book. The cover's a little scary. And that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. We're gonna go with that. Now this, I believe, is a thriller. It is a book about a wife who has been thought to have murdered her husband. She hasn't said anything in years, I think almost decades. She's just stayed silent, hasn't talked, gone mute essentially. And this criminal psychotherapist believes he can get it out of her, whether she's guilty or not. I love a good thriller. I love a good horror. So we will see how this one goes. This doesn't look like a very chunky read, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, it's only 300 pages. So this one, we love a good mix of books. We like to keep myself on my toes. I'm a huge mood reader. So if I want to read a romance, that's what I'm going to read. I want to read a horror thriller, that's what I'm going to read. If I want to read whatever this turns out to be, that's what I'm going to read. So I'm a huge mood reader, which is why I never really stick to one genre for too long or for too often. I tend to switch it up. But yeah, so those were my picks for August book of the month. If you guys are interested in book of the month, I'll leave the link down below. I think it's like a friend referral link that's down below. I paid for everything by myself. They have no idea who the Bob I am. So, but I'll leave it down below in case you're curious. I really like it so far. And they always send a little bookmark too. And this one says, hold that thought, which I think is really cute. So yeah. If you guys have any questions or comments, love to answer them down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.